Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It is so great to have you here. It is I, the Cussing Cardslinger, and today, my friends, we are unboxing the Tarot of Enchantment, Forest of Enchantment Tarot. Okay, so this is published by Llewellyn. Yes, Llewellyn. And it is by Linnea Weatherstone, illustrated by Marilia Allwood. Sorry if I pronounced either one of those names wrong. I'm not the best at it. Okay, so excuse the box did come a little dinged up, just a titch on the corner here. I'll forgive it. I'll forgive it. So we're immediately have these beautiful little creatures here. This one's kind of already started to be opened. I still just want to go along the edge here with this just to be sure. I'm gonna open this up together. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, this deck first came out, I think it was a couple of years ago. I'll have to double check. Yeah, see, this is why we still use the seam ripper. Yeah, when it first came out, I'm pretty sure it was a couple years ago, I was kind of like, you know, to be honest, I was like, well, what do I need that for? Like, what's the big hullabaloo about, you know? I was kind of like, I'll pass. And recently, I would say, oh, that really got dented. That's so sad. I would say the last little while, probably the last 3 to 4 months at the very least, maybe longer, the Fae have been trying to work with me, and they've been calling to me, and I've been really drawn to earthy decks like this and really kind of like that Fae world, you know? So we ordered this after much deliberation. Okay, so here we go. The forest beckons, alive with mystery and wisdom. Ooh. So it says, once you step into the enchanted forest, your life and your spirit will never be the same. The woods are alive with magic, wise ancient trees, glowing blossoms, crystal caves, and forbidding thickets of thorns. Here you will meet witches and wizards, fairies and elves, birds and beasts, both earthly and otherworldly. Ghosts and shapeshifters, dancing princesses, and sad old knights. In the Forest of Enchantment, you may seek your fortune, quest for success, and live happily ever after. So I'm enchanted. See what I did there? It's got the nice magnetic closure, typical Llewellyn box here. Nice screen on the inside. Use the ribbon. We will look at the guidebook here in a moment. It's fairly hefty, okay. But we're gonna pull out, oh, look at the swan, cute. Okay, so let's move the box out of the way. No, not on this one. Sometimes they have the line that you pull, you know, but it's okay because we have our handy dandy seam ripper here. I'm gonna try not to damage the cards. We'll just go along the seam if I can get in there. There we go. I'm telling you, you guys, game fucking changer here. Okay. No more slipping and damaging your cards because we all know I'm a bit clumsy like that. So here are the backs. They are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm loving the double owl. It is reversible for those who read reversals. As you guys have probably noticed, I do sometimes, I don't sometimes. It just depends. Cardstock. Typical Llewellyn, nice and sturdy. Not super glossy, like some of them, which I appreciate. I'm sure this is going to shuffle beautifully like it usually does. Now, you know, let's look at the book first. there are 228 pages, room for notes at the back here. So where does that start? So 209 to 228 is just strictly for notes. This is a beautiful, typical Llewellyn book. However, I am gonna bitch for just a moment about these notes sections. It's really hard to write on because the pages are glossy, right? So shit smears and you have to wait till it dries. You have to be careful what pens you use. It's a thing. So I wish that the books were matte, but it's just me. Okay, so the forest, this is really pretty. The forest of enchantment is both welcoming and forbidding, beautiful and bewildering. It is where you can seek your fortune or your own true nature, a place of delight and a place of grim despair. Follow the white hart and begin your adventure. Dun, dun, dun. And it gives a bit about the illustrator and the author here. Oh, that's so cute. The coloring is really nice. To all the weavers and keepers of tales. Nice. Okay, so here's the table of contents. Here we go. So we have the acknowledgements, the introduction, then we go into the majors, minors, and then the people cards. Then we have some tarot spreads, and then of course, like we said at the back, the notes section for the tarot journal. So we have the introduction here, a quote by Joseph Campbell. The adventure is always in the dark forest. You enter the forest at the darkest point, where there is no path. Where there is a way or a path, it is someone else's path. Huh. Good point. Okay, here's what I'm trying to get to. Okay, so names, you can tell by the first card. The white hart is the fool. So enchanter, not the magician. So names have been changed here. In the majors. So, okay. It does nicely lay out this for everybody. So if you're brand new and you want to start using this deck, you can. Just make sure you kind of have this chart close to you. So if you're following along in a Tarot 101 book or something like that, it gives you the traditional name and then the name in this deck. So the Fool, the White Hart, the Magician, the Enchanter, the High Priestess, the Wise Woman, etc., etc. Like the Towers, the Folly, the Devil's the Liar, the World is the Wide World. I think we could probably figure that one out, but good. So the Wands, okay, so they've changed the minor suits as well. So Wands are now spells, Cups are now visions, Swords are challenges, and Pentacles are boons. Okay, and they still keep the same elemental associations. Spells are still fire, visions, water, challenges, air, boons of earth. Okay. So it talks a little bit about care for your deck, some frequently asked questions, just basics, right? How to use the card. Talks about reversals, and then we get right into the cards. Now let's see what we get. Okay, so at least for the majors, we get a full color representation here, and then we get a full page. So you get a bit about the card here, the meaning at a glance, and then a closer look. Nice. So the meaning at a glance is kind of like the keywords, right? And then the closer look, it gives, this is kind of cool. So for instance, in this Fool card or the White Hart, the trees that are named in the description are shown in the card clockwise from the left. Each has a magical meaning. So apple is the other world, oak is endurance, ash is action, hawthorn is protection, fir is perspective, willow intuition, holly challenge, and hazel is wisdom. Okay, that's cool. So like even the trees in the background aren't just background, they all have significance. And I love books like that, and I love when they tell us, right? So like here, the enchanter sleeved Sleeves are trimmed in otter fur, which is a protective charm often used by wizards. The enchanter conjured the fur without harming any otters, of course. So, you know, it talks about just little extras, little Easter eggs, if you will. So I like that. So let's get into the minors. What do you get? Okay, looks like it's pretty much the same. So the beginning of the suits, let's see, do they have them all in? Okay, so they don't have this. Okay, that's different. So typical books usually have them all, like all the suit, right? All the wands, then into all the swords, etc., etc. These are grouped by the numbers. So it gives a bit about what 5 represents, like all the 5s, and then the 5 of spells, visions, etc., etc. All the numbers are together, but you get still the fair bit of information, pretty much a page. Describes the card, the meaning at a glance, the closer look. So you get that for all of them. Let's just take a quick peek of, yeah. Then we get into the people cards, or the forest folk. Talks a little bit about that. They rename the cards as Child, Seeker, Weaver, and Keeper. So the child, of course, being the pages, and then the Seeker being the knights. I just love this. This is the backing. The Weavers are the queens, and the Keepers are the kings. So now, if I remember correctly here, I'm just gonna, I already have a gripe. If this is, yeah. So remember we said this is the people cards. People cards, right? We said that. The Keeper of Visions, or the King of Visions, is a fish, but he's still listed under the people cards. And that would be fine if all the kings were animals, but they're not. All the other kings are people. So it seems out of place to me. And I find that a little bit jarring. You know, it would have been one thing if you had, you know, still like the other one, like I think it's the King of Boons here. I saw. Yeah, he's got his badger. So it would have made more sense to like have, you know, the fish with the king. That would have been fine. But no. I know they say he's wait, what did they say? Hold on. The Keeper of Visions is a shape-shifting wizard whose Piscean aspect embodies an ancient salmon. So that's great to put it in here, but you wouldn't read that necessarily, that he's a shape-shifting. Do you know what I mean? They could have done something else with this. I don't love it. It really jars me and annoys the fuck out of me, if I'm being honest. But that's my only gripe from watching walkthroughs of it, and that's my only gripe so far that I'm seeing. The descriptions actually look kind of nice. But yeah. What the actual fuck, you know? I don't know. Plus, it's a fish. And if you've been around this channel, you may or may not know, I am terrified of fish. Like, legit phobia. Terrified. Having a hard time looking at that card. So it's like double takes me out of it, you know? All right. But that's just me. Let me know what you guys think. Do you find that jarring? Even if I wasn't afraid of fish, I would still find that very jarring that the rest were all people. It was under the people cards and it's a fish. With no real indication, like there's no magic around him to indicate it was, you know what I mean? Like, I get it. Sorry, my chair is squeaky. But let me know what you think in the comments. Does that annoy you? It annoys me, but neither here nor there. Okay, but these are beautiful. Look at the detailing. Oh, so gorgeous. Okay, so there's the backs. We kind of already showed them, but bears showing again because they are beautiful. Beautiful. So the White Heart of the Fool. the Enchanter. And I do like that even though the cards are small, typical Llewellyn size, you still, like, it doesn't look like it was shrunk to fit the card and that you're losing detail. Like, you can still see everything in the background here perfectly clear. I love that. It's like a mini painting. The Wise Woman, or the High Priestess. I like her age. I like that she's kind of a crone. The Green Mother, or the Empress. The Bunny, sign of fertility here. The Forest Lord is the Emperor. Oh, I like his little boar here. Loving that. The oldest one for the Hierophant. I love that she's a tree. Oh. I really like that. And I like the little owl up here. I don't know if you can see him hiding. The Lovers. That's sweet. The Fairy Wind, or the Chariot. You can see the movement in the card, which I like. Ooh, Strength. We have a wolf. Again, lots of older crone energy here, which is beautiful. Okay. This might be my favorite card in the whole deck. So, if you're new, hi, how are you? Good to meet you. If you're returning, hello, welcome back. It is so great to see you again. You guys, the Hermit is one of those cards I kind of judge a deck by. Like, if I don't like the Hermit, I don't know if I'm even gonna like the deck. You know? It's one of those, let me know, do you guys have one of those cards? But it's how I judge it. It's how I judge the deck. It's like, okay, this is one of my, typically if I like the Hermit, I'll like the deck. It's not guaranteed, but typically. But I adore it. Look at the books. Look how cozy he looks in front of the fire. He's all burrowed in. I want to live here. I want to live here with Mr. Badger. Can I come live with you, Mr. Badger? Please, please. Take me in. The Enchanter's Wheel is for the Wheel of Fortune. You still have the symbology of some up and some down. Oh, the Huntsman. Justice here. Ooh, I kind of like that. I see where they're going with that. I like it. So suspension instead of the Hanged Man. He's encased in amber by the looks of it. And you can kind of see the swirling. It almost seems like there's some transformation happening here. And we have a dragonfly. Also a sign for transformation, so I'm curious to see what the book has to say on that. I am liking it. Okay. Death is another one that I can judge a deck by, and I love it. I love it. Okay, he's kind of like a hellhound. And let me know in the comments, you guys. I have a story about hellhounds. And if you can hear my little hellhound, she's snoring in the background. She's dreaming. I apologize. But yeah, let me know. Do you guys like spooky stories? Do you like ghost stories? Do you want to hear a ghost story? Let me know in the comments, and maybe I will film that story for you of the time that I saw two hellhounds. Yeah, you look just like this big, scruffy, red eye. Oh my God. Okay. So this card has like deep meaning to me. Okay, so we have the Forge. I'm liking that. The Liar for the Devil. Doesn't he look cheeky? The Folly for the Tower. I'm liking all the birds. Starlight for the Star. That's gorgeous. Moonlight. Beautiful, beautiful. Sunlight. Oh, Pan and his flute, by the looks of it. No naked babies. So I very much appreciate that. I hate that image for the sun. I just hate it. It's like a pregnant empress. They irritate me. Anyway, these are my tarot pet peeves that you're all learning today. Anyway, so the Council of Animals. Oh, for judgment. I like it. You have to see the council and be, oh my God, they're gorgeous. You have to plead your case. I'm liking it. Oh, and now the wide world, our little guy has made it out of the woods. So you kind of were following along on his journey. Okay, I am liking this deck so far. Oh, there's a dragon. Okay, you guys are just gonna hear me. I'm trying not to be annoying. I really am, but oh, it's got such a sweet energy so far. I'm curious to see how it's gonna read, but it has a very sweet, soft energy. Ace of Spells. Oh my God. You guys know I am a sucker for dragons. The Ace of Visions. Oh, look. She's looking at herself and she has a crown. Oh, I like it. A white raven. Oh, yes. Ace of Boons. He looks regal, doesn't he? Okay, I am adoring this so far. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'll forgive the King of Salmon or whatever the fuck. Two of Spells. Two of Visions. Two of Challenges. Interesting. Having to take that hard look at oneself. Two of Boons. Little troll down here. Oh, that's beautiful. Three of Spells. Oh, they're so cute. Oh. Yeah, you definitely get the gist with even with the name changes, you know? Oh, I like that he's writing the recipe down. Cute. 4. Adventuring. I don't know if you see this little guy kind of chewing underneath. I'm liking it. Into the 5s. The 6s. Oh, again, a little dragon. Victory. 6. We still get the little rowboat action there. I am loving all the dragons and the wands, I'm not gonna lie to you. Cute. Little thieves. Oh, the options. We have the doors instead of the actual cups. Except, I guess, except this is 7 of Pentacles. Interesting. Huh. We'll have to do some sitting with that. Yeah, you see the movement in the 8. I like that. Yep. Typical. Ooh, fierce. you can hear the neighbor's dog again. I apologize. There's this fish again. Oh, I like this. Oh, she looks content, doesn't she? A well-earned life. Oh, and unicorns too. Okay, now we're getting into the people. Child. There's the wands. Oh, she's cute. Running in the rain. We've all done it. Very freeing, that running in the rain. Ooh, Hansel and Gretel vibes. That's pretty. Look at that. Still kind of like that romantic kind of energy here. Oh, an actual knight. Nice. Now we're into the queens. She's beautiful. See, she's still got her fins, right? Makes sense. Ooh, out in the cold. She definitely gives that sharpness, right? Ah, very welcoming. Which reminds me of a hobbit a little bit. Now the kings. Wands. We've already discussed how I feel about the cups. Swords. And pentacles. He looks so jolly, I like it. Okay, overall, loving it, loving it. They are beautiful. Let's give it a shuffle here. Okay. No problem rippling. Hand over hand is great. Typical Llewellyn cardstock, which I like. Keeper of challenges. Let's see, at least at the very least, what they have for. Oh, they have character traits. They don't have meaning at a glance. They have character traits. So, shrewd, perceptive, commanding, stern, discerning, holds high standards, expects excellence. His shadow traits: cold anger, merciless judgment, authoritarian, does not share power well, pushes too hard, expects perfection, and does not spoon feed. Fair enough. Fair enough. So the book I think is good. I'm looking forward to actually sitting down and reading through it, you know, like an actual book. It would be a quick read. But I am curious. Let's see what we had. Spreads, I thought at one point. Didn't they say spreads? Here we go. So we have Your Day in the Forest, 1 card. The White Heart, 2 card. Who am I as I enter the forest today, and who will I be when I emerge? Kind of like that. We have Breadcrumbs and Moonstones. So that's based on the tale of Hansel and Gretel. We have the Owl's Advice: who, what, where, when, why, and then the message. Shining Eyes, Creeping Feet. The 9 of Challenges card shows someone caught in a dark forest of fears, both real and illusionary. Whether his fears are based in reality or not, they still haunt him. This reading can help you get some clarity when you are feeling stressed and fearful. When the dawn breaks and the forest isn't quite so scary, you will face your fears with a stout heart. Oh, I like that. So it tells you to pull the 9 of challenges or the 9 of swords from your deck, and then mix the usual. Okay, and then we have the Council of Animals. This is a large reading that requires some time, but it's a good one for milestones such as birthday or the new year, or the equinox, which we just had. So I might do this one. So there's 12 questions here. Yeah, and that's it. Nice. Okay, so overall, can't complain. It has a beautiful, soft energy. But again, I will be doing a review of this in the future when I have some more time to play with it and really get to know the deck a little bit, probably a few months down the road. It is gorgeous. Like, it's so soothing. This would be a great, like when you're just feeling like you want someone to hold you, when you're feeling a little bit sad, I feel like this would be a beautiful deck for that. So let me know in the comments, do you have this deck? What do you think about it? When it first came out, were you also like, what's the big deal? So I am excited. I don't know what I would pair this with yet. You know what? Yes, I do. That's a lie. I think Oracle-wise, I might pair this with Oracle of the Dragon Fae by Lucy Cavendish. I would play around with that for sure. I'm most likely going to edge it. I just don't know in what yet. So if you have suggestions, leave the comments below. Okay, all right, enough blabby blab from me. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. I really appreciate it. Let me know, do you have this deck? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you mad about it? I want to hear your opinions. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you very, very soon on the next video. Bye.